Hello and welcome to the Weather Hazard Briefing presented by National Weather Service Pocatello for Saturday, January 14th. Here's what you'll see in this presentation. A winter storm is moving through the northern Great Basin today and will continue to influence our weather through Monday night. We're looking at light to moderate snowfall during that period, light to moderate winds. Very few locations receive more than 6 inches of snow. And then there's a break Tuesday and Wednesday with a stronger storm coming in on Wednesday night. So first we start out with the satellite image. You can see the clouds passing overhead and the main brunt of the storm here through Nevada and into Oregon, and that is moving, as you can see, to the northeast. Underneath this cloud cover, you can actually see the light blue cloudiness here. That is actually low-level stratus and fog. Some of it has been dense throughout the overnight, and it may continue to, as you can see, move around much like water in a wash basin that you're walking with and just sloshing back and forth without too much rhyme or reason, it would seem. And that will plague us through most of the day as we keep the cloud cover above us. All right, so our weather risk outlook for this next 5 days, you can see there's a slight chance of snow and potentially even rain for the Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley and even in the South Hills. And then overnight, we get a chance of snow and then snow likely in some of those areas as well. Really the most intense snowfall during the next 24 hours will be the overnight snow. That would be the late night hours from about 11 p.m. until 5 a.m. on Sunday morning. Wood River, Sawtooth, also looking at snow. And again, these are minor impacts. The snow is not expected to accumulate to very much. It does last for the highlands on the east side with the Wyoming border. It does last into tomorrow as far as being impactful. And then snow is likely, but it's much lighter snow, especially for the central Idaho mountains. And even the Snake River Plain and South Hills don't have a whole lot of snow. It's just it is likely to occur. And then Monday it should taper off. You can see a lot of just slight chances, except for the eastern highlands where it will linger on. And then Tuesday, there's just the slightest chance that it could linger some more. And then Wednesday, our next storm is coming in, mostly during the overnight hours, it looks like, for most locations, and really intensifying after a midnight or so on Wednesday night. All right, so this is the low temperatures for this morning. You can see we're expecting widespread teens and 20s for most locations, and then for Pocatello at the lower elevations, southward and westward, it's right around the freezing mark. And we have seen some light freezing rain in some of the locations, especially from Idaho Falls northward. All right, so here's the weather situation. We have this low that moved through, is creating sort of this rain and snow mixture, and a very weak low here represented by these two dashed lines producing the precipitation for today. So let's see how it evolves. You can see at first this morning the focus is on the higher elevations where it is colder. And still, though, snow accumulation is light. Even Island Park is getting less than an inch. Same for Sun Valley and Haley. And that's in addition to what's ever fallen overnight. Snowfall amounts this afternoon as things warm up and as it spreads to the southeast. You can see now we're getting some light snowfall accumulations in the southeast highlands. And then during the evening, as temperatures cool, now we can see it's starting to accumulate in the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley. And then for the late night hours, again, this is when the snow will be the heaviest, is after 11 p.m. But you can see even there, Fairfield 2 to 3 inches, Sun Valley and Haley both 1 to 2, and even Stanley still getting less than an inch accumulation during the overnight. And as you can see, the focus is south of Interstate 86. Here are the winds. These are the strongest winds during the day. You can see some gusts into the 20s down the eastern Magic Valley and the lower end of the Snake River Plain. And that is mostly all out of the north and east. And then in the upper Snake River Plain in the Idaho Falls area, the winds are actually out of the south. So there's quite a difference in direction in the Snake River Plain, for instance. Here's the high temperature forecast for today. You can see a lot of places getting into the 40s, including Pocatello, and so expect most of it to be light rain, and then just a chance for some rain or snow mix when the temperatures are colder. And then overnight, here are the lows for tonight. You can see getting to just around freezing in the same locations for Pocatello, southward and westward at the lower elevations, and staying in the 20s with the cloud cover for much of the rest of the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley. Okay, here's the low that will be affecting us and bringing the snow Sunday night and then into Sunday. So let's look at the rest of that. Here you can see Sunday morning, still cool and still spreading some light snow. And then Sunday afternoon, as things start to warm up a little bit, the snow is limited to more areas in, from INL property eastward, and then some light snow in the central Idaho mountains. And Sunday evening, it's pretty much limited to areas east of Idaho Falls. And then late Sunday overnight, again, some continued light snow. So here is the high temperatures for Sunday. Again, getting above freezing, so you might see a lot of sloppy rain-snow mix for places like Idaho Falls, Rexburg, and Blackfoot, and should change over solidly to rain for places like Burley, Minidoka, and the lower elevations there in the southern hills. And here's the overnight lows. You can see it will refreeze, and you can see with the clearing skies over the central Idaho mountains getting much colder. Stanley at single digits, along with Mackey, and even Arco, right on the fringe there, is down to 9 degrees. Here are the wind gusts for Sunday. You can see it's a little bit stronger. We are getting gusts into the 30s and mid-20s, and so this should help drift the snow. And again, you can see most of this, the wind directions are now out of the west and southwest, so it is especially for the eastern Magic Valley and southern end of the Snake River Plain, it's out of the opposite direction. And just to summarize the snowfall amounts, through Sunday afternoon, we are looking at, as you can see, just in the higher elevation, this is getting to reach the 6-inch mark. It's fairly high elevations. And so at this point, we do not have any sort of winter weather advisory out, but stay tuned. The snow level difference of a couple hundred feet could mean significant changes, especially for places down in the Snake River Plain. And if it is colder, you tend to get a lighter, deeper snow, fluffier snow for places in the central Idaho mountains and other highland locations. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number here at the bottom, or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.